Hello, kamusta kayo? Ah, Topic natin ngayon ay basic operations in force system. Ito ay about sa lahat ng force or effect ng force na i-apply natin sa particles o sa mga rigid bodies. Okay? Effects of forces. Okay? Effect of forces on particles and rigid bodies. So yun yung pag-uusapan natin. Kumbaga, ano yung mga epekto ng puwersa or ng forces sa mga bagay-bagay o mga different types of object. So before we dive in sa computation, so pag-usapan muna natin yung mga some terms about sa topic na to. So unang terms natin is, yung term about sa concurrent force or concurrency. Concurrent forces. And pangalawa is yung term na non-concurrent. Okay? So yung term na concurrent is the best way to show it is halimbawa meron tayong mga vectors. So meron tayong vector, magdodrawing ako ng vector. Merong vector na naka-apply pupunta rito. Punta dyan. And may isa pang vector punta rito. And may isang vector na pababa. Okay? So meron tayong vector P1, P2, and P3. Ngayon, kapag sinabing concurrent, if the line of axis if the line of axis ng lahat ng forces na yan is nag-intersect, halimbawa nag-intersect sa isang point, yung tatlo or higit pa na forces at lahat ng line of action nila nag-intersect. Okay? So ang keyword natin dyan, nag-intersect. So therefore, siya ay non-concurrent. Siya ay concurrent. Pag non-concurrent, kabaliktaran naman. Okay? Walang intersection. Okay? Walang intersection. At least may dalawang nag-intersect pero hindi lahat nag-intersect. So ang example niyan ay ganito. So yung mga line of forces niyan is halimbawa yung line of forces nito pag ganito, pero yung iba't ibang line of forces nila hindi nag-intersect. Kailangan lahat ng forces sa system na yon isa lang para masabi nating concurrent. So yun yung mga term natin, no? So bago tayo magsimula mag-compute. So next terms na pating pag-uusapan is yung tinatawag nating vector equality. Okay? Sa vector equality, masasabi natin ang dalawang vector ay equal if the magnitude and the direction is the same. So to visualize it, halimbawa meron tayong vector dito, let's say vector A na may angle theta, and let's say meron tayong angle B with angle phi. Okay? We know that the vector A must contain must contain the magnitude of A and the direction. And also, vector B need the magnitude of B and the direction phi. So, ibig sabihin yan is para masabi mong the vector A is equals to vector B, dapat A is equals to B, yung magnitude nila, at yung kanilang direction, and theta must be equals also sa phi. So, yan yung vector equality. Magnitude and direction lang. Ngayon, pangalawang term, so, vector equivalency. Equivalency. Okay? Sinasabi natin na ang isang vector is equivalent if pwede siyang interchangeable, or pwede mo siyang baguhin without affecting the outcome. Okay? So, pwede mo siyang i-interchange pero nang hindi naapektuhan yung outcome of the problem. Okay? So, regarding sa interchangeable, ibig sabihin nun, yung sagot sa problem hindi naapektuhan. Same pa rin. So, equivalent siya. So, to better understand yung equivalency, okay? So, to better understand yung equivalency, may example tayo kanina, no? Yung ating concurrent forces. Okay? So, may forces na palayo pa ganyan. Okay? So, kapag tinignan natin, ito yung tunay na scenario. Okay? This is the real scenario at real location. Okay? Yan yung totoong location niya, point of application, and real na scenario. Pero, pwede sinasabi na since sila ay concurrent forces naman, intersecting at one point, okay? Intersecting at one point. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung scenario na yan ay equivalent sa scenario kung saan sila ay magkakadugtong sa isang point. Okay? So, parang ganyan. So, equal silang dalawa. Equivalent pala. Equivalent yung isang scenario kung saan itong sa kaliwa nasa different point of application. Pero dahil since sila ay concurrent, pwede mong i-interchange yung force na kung saan equivalent siya sa scenario na katulad nung nasa kanan. Okay? So, equivalency. So, yun siya. No? So, more on that is to elaborate natin yung may tinatawag tayong fixed vectors. Okay, mga uri ng vectors yan. Fixed vectors. Then, sliding vector. Tapos, yung sinatawag nating free vectors. Okay, ito yung mga vectors na tungkol na pag-uusapan natin sa equivalency. Okay? Okay? So, fixed vector. So, equivalent vectors. Okay? So, kapag sinabing fixed vector, halimbawa, meron tayong fixed vector na A. So, pag sinabi natin siyang fixed vector, so yung kanyang equivalent vector ay dapat may magnitude nakapareho niya at merong direction nakapareho niya at meron siyang location nakapareho niya. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung fixed vector ay may equivalent na same magnitude, same direction, same location. Okay? Fixed vector nga naman. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, fixed vector, so meron tayong vector A. Okay? So, yung equivalent vector daw niya is dapat yung same direction, same magnitude, tapos yung location nung kanyang application ay dapat same din. So, doon natin masasabing fixed vector equivalency. Next, kapag naman sliding, dapat daw siya ay same magnitude, same direction, but same line of action. Okay? So, ibig sabihin yan, halimbawa, ito siya. This is vector P1. This is vector P2. So, this is vector P3. Yan yung exact location nila. Okay? Since sila ay halimbawa concurrent sa point na to, yung kulay white, since sila ay concurrent dyan sa point na yan, so yung equivalent pala nila is pwede mong i-slide. Same magnitude pa rin, same direction pa rin, pero i-slide mo sila hanggang ma-slide mo sila hanggang dun sa same location na nag-intersect sila, na parang ganito. So, this is the equivalent P1, this is the equivalent P2, and this is the equivalent P3. So, equivalent sila. Although hindi sila equal, pero equivalent. Okay? Pag sinabi namang free, okay? Pag sinabi namang free, same magnitude, same direction, pero yung location, anywhere. Ibig sabihin nun, alisin mo man o hindi, yung free vector na yan, ibig sabihin nun, hindi siya makaka-affect dun sa ating problem or anywhere. Ganun siya. So, yun yung mga free vector. No? So, yan yung mga terms na ating titignan sa ating topic ngayon. Okay? Next is, para mas maintindihan natin, yung susunod naman natin na mga terms, yung susunod naman natin dalawang term na pag-uusapan ay una, meron tayong halimbawa, meron tayong box or meron tayong bar. Okay? Meron tayong bar. Okay, paste ko lang. So, meron tayong tatlong bar. So, yung mga scenario tayo. Halimbawa, in this scenario, I applied a force at this point sa left side niya and applied a force at sa right side niya. At yung direction ng force is una, pakanan, and isasunod ay pakaliwa. Kumbaga, kung halimbawa itong bar na to is gawa sa foam, ang magiging effect niya is magko-compress. Okay? Magko-compress siya. Or magkakaroon ng internal force na mangyayari na internal force magkakos para mag-contract. Okay? So, yung keyword natin na gusto kong malaman na maintindihan natin is yung salitang internal forces. Okay? So, internal forces, so yung kulay blue, yun yung internal forces na when we apply the color red, or yun yung external forces. Okay? So, yan yung external forces natin. So, yan yung external forces, yung kulay pula, then kulay blue, internal forces. Which is nangyayari, nako-compress siya. Okay? Then, halimbawa, baliktad rin naman natin. Pabaliktad naman yung ating force, pahila naman. So, meron tayong applied force na palabas, kulay pula. Then, ang nangyayari, dun sa ating object, merong internal force na natatense sila, tension. Palabas. So, ang mangyayari, yung object natin mag-elongate in response dun sa ating object. Ngayon, in this scenario, yung dalawang scenario na yan ay tinatawag nating fixed force vector. Kung pag sinabi nating fixed force vector, ibig sabihin nun, yung equivalent vector nila ay same magnitude, same direction, and same location. So, ibig sabihin nun, hindi mo pwedeng baguhin yung application ng location nila kasi fixed vector sila. Halimbawa, kapag ginawa natin sila, tinreat natin sila as sliding vector, so nag-apply ka ng force pakanan dito sa pangatlong bar. Then halimbawa, yung kanang force is in-slide mo papaloob. Okay? So, meron kang pakanan pakaliwa, balance naman, 'di ba? Balance, walang problema. Kaso, ang pinagkaiba nun, yung internal force effect. Yung external force, walang nagbago, pero yung internal force, may epekto sa internal force kasi so, although yung tatlo na yan ay may equivalent external forces, pero magkakaiba sila ng internal forces. Okay? So, in short, kapag ang pinag-uusapan natin ay internal forces, okay? Pag internal forces ang pinag-uusapan natin, ibig sabihin nun, we are assuming na yung object ay nagde-deform. Deformable. At since ang object ay deformable, all vectors must be fixed. But since we are talking about rigid bodies, Okay, yung subject natin itong subject natin, yung course natin, muna, we'll talk about rigid bodies. So in external forces, all objects are assumed rigid. Although hindi totoong rigid lahat. Walang rigid. Lahat deformable. Pero for simplicity, so we are just talking about external forces. So forces can be slide. So sliding forces. So yan yung pinagkaiba niyan. Okay? So yan yung mga topics or mga ideas natin muna bago tayo mag-compute regarding sa ating subject. Okay? So review natin. So una, concurrent force, concurrent and non-concurrent. Then yung equal vectors and yung equivalency. And last is yung internal at yung external forces. So yun yung mga key terms na kailangan nating maging ma-familiarize bago tayo mag-continue in computing forces or understanding yung behavior ng forces and yung effect niya sa object.